For those kids that aren't sure if they want to do business or not, the ones that do, this will at least maybe give them like that springboard to say, I think I can make this happen. I'm going to go to school for this, and then they can just start that career a lot quicker.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.
The class originally started as a graphic design class, and then we decided, because it was a semester, we turned it into a full year by calling it digital media, started incorporating photography into it, and being able to get a little more in depth with like projects like this. So they get a foundation of photography, a foundation of Photoshop, and using other Adobe programs while they're in here. Looking at it, the thought was, what things can they actually take with them when they leave? Maybe not necessarily they're all going to become graphic designers or photographers. So the idea of, you might not be a professional photographer, but when you have a wife and husband and kids and go places, can you take a better photo? So that was like a simple thing. And then something like this, I thought if I was going to start a business at age 40, let's say I wanted to stop at 60, that's 20 years of having a business. What could that have meant if I would have learned this stuff when I was like 15 or 16? Or at least have the idea of it. So the thought was, give them at least something so that when they leave, it's at least one spot they can't say, I took this art class and I got nothing I'm ever going to use from it. You got the ability to take photos. You have the idea of understanding at least maybe how to come up with an idea, start a business, at least a basic brainstorm of an idea. If they do something with it, great, but if not, that's at least a tool that hopefully they can take with them to try to do something.
What's been the most rewarding thing about the experience so far?
Learning like how hard it is and how these people like that actually do start businesses go through so much, and they like how dedicated they have to be to actually go through with all of it.
And do you feel that the knowledge you're getting, you can apply it to maybe a future job, even if you're not starting your own business? It gives you kind of a different perspective?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, tallying costs of things, like I'm going to need that no matter where I go, because I'm still going to have to buy my own supplies for certain things, or like even owning a home eventually, I'm going to have to tally in costs of random things that I never would have thought before.
What's been the biggest challenge with this project so far? What's been the hardest thing to wrap your mind around?
Well, just the location, to be honest with you. Like, I was thinking maybe around here, because there isn't very many skateboard shops. Well, I don't know how big the scene is for skateboarding, because there isn't many places to skate. Or like I could go to California, but there's already plenty there. People might not want it, and it's pretty expensive to, live there and stuff.
Do you feel that this class gives you a good perspective on what it means to be an entrepreneur?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I'm able to, I never took the time to research these types of things, but now I have. I figured out the price, the cost of, having a building to sell at, different things like that, how to make a logo for it.
After graduation, are you thinking about maybe entrepreneurship is the route for you?
Maybe entrepreneurship, but I don't know if I would be able to do a bakery, just because the way the world is right now, I feel like it would be very hard competing with big businesses. So I don't know about a bakery, but I was considering entrepreneurship or maybe something else.
Depending on what you want to do, you don't have to go to school for 4 years for your trade, for your degree, for whatever. There's so many different options where people can just have a business based upon a skill that they have, rather than the piece of paper that they had to go and get to be able to do it. So if they can start with a general knowledge base, they can maybe limit that college debt by saying, I specifically know what I want to do, where I want to go with it, rather than you kind of sign up, you're like, I think I want to major in this, and then you change. And for those kids that aren't sure if they want to do business or not, the ones that do, this will at least maybe give them that springboard to say, I think I can make this happen. I'm going to go to school for this, and then they can just start that career a lot quicker.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.